Literature review is commonly used term in research world and key component of any research work. In literature review, there are two words available, which are literature and review. Literature review is a comparative analysis of existing written work that provides researchers with current, updated knowledge about their study phenomenon. It enables critical engagement with theories, concepts, and relevant authors while establishing the foundation for research justification. The word literature, commonly known as pieces of writing that are valued as works. Meantime, review means the comparative study or analyzing the past available information. So the word literature review itself has the meaning of comparative analysis of past and existing piece of written work. The core purposes of literature review are the following: to identify knowledge gaps, recognize gaps in existing knowledge to justify research objectives and establish what needs investigation. The second one is ensure new contribution, verify the study provides fresh facts, new explanations or theory building rather than replication. The third one is to demonstrate expertise, show familiarity with up-to-date scholarly work, and critical engagement with contemporary research. The fourth purpose of literature review is frame research foundation, formulate research problems, questions, and methods through guidance from scholarly work. There are three types of literature review. The first type is systematic review. It is a synthesis of the available research and experiment which concentrate on specific research problem. This type of review helps the researcher to overcome likely biases by adopting some method. Meta-analysis pulls the findings of numerous systematic studies and statistically investigates them. This helps to predetermine the finding of similar research, hence on a principle that related studies will have a common truth. Integrative review is to be one of the broadest methodological approach of analysis. It comprises theoretical literature, experimental and non-experimental researches. It could be used to outline ideas, analyze issues, and examine theories. The structure of sound literature review comprises 5 stages. One is categorize and cluster literature under review according to proper concept. Second is find strengths and inadequacies of present literature by referring summary. Third is organize and arrange the review thematically. Next is note the strengths and weaknesses and gaps in present knowledge on the theme of the research. Finally, justify how particular study expects to fill those knowledge gaps. A literature review principally has three functions. First, to deliver to the reader what knowledge and ideas have been recognized on a subject and what their strengths and lacking part in the particular theme of the research. Second function is, when undertaking so, obviously convey the concept to the reader that the researcher's awareness with theories and concepts. As a result, the reader may think that you are a better scholar compared with experts in the subject field. The common final function is to present the ideas in a specific problem and the theories to support the phenomenon. There are many sub-functions of literature review. The first is to provide context, highlight need for further analysis, and establish starting point of research context. Acknowledge authors, recognize previous researchers' contributions, and give due diligence to prior work. Familiarize researcher, enable expertise development and familiarity with the study fields through past knowledge. to inform research, help identify relevant variables, and establish conceptual frameworks for the study. The literature review has main five functions. The first one is to build a foundation, validate connections, and show trends using prior research. Advance knowledge, demonstrate how study addresses gaps in existing knowledge. The third one is conceptualize study, define terms, clarify assumptions, and build research rationale. Support design, justify research methods and instrumentation choices. The fifth one is reference findings, provide comparison point for interpreting result and implications. Several phases and steps could be described in preparation of a literature review. The first step is to define topic, establish theme, concepts, and research question. The second step is to design review, plan scope, outcomes, and sources to be searched. The third is search literature, locate and gather relevant documentation and sources. Analyze and evaluate, review, assess, and interpret collected literature critically. The fifth step is to develop framework, create theoretical framework from analyzed findings. And the last one is report results, write and disseminate literature review findings. A comprehensive literature review establishes credibility, identifies knowledge gaps, justifies your research contribution, and provides the theoretical framework guiding your entire study from introduction through conclusion. Literature review is essential for research. It demonstrates scholarly rigor and positions your work within existing knowledge. It builds expertise, develops deep familiarity with your field and current scholarly discourse. It guides direction, informs methodology, theory selection, and research design decisions.